morning. It's amazing. In fact, Psalm 145 says, "We will pour forth the fame of God's abundant goodness and shall sing of his righteousness." And I just so appreciate getting together with you guys and doing that every Sunday. Thank you for being here. For those of you who are new or visiting, I just want to give you an update. We had a lead pastor resign in April. And so since then, an elder's got up every Sunday, the first Sunday of the month, and given an update. So that's what I'm doing right now. You can see those prior updates on our website, actually, and we're getting ready to put a landing page out there that's all things transition. So you'll be able to see more details about what's going on in this transition, both with a lead pastor search, which I'll hit on a little bit later, and everything else going on. And there's a lot going on, so let's go with this update. Number one is there's no Alamo Bowl hangover for the Wildcats. We looked good last night. So that was good. That was great. So back in April, the session put together a senior leadership team to help us with this transition. And there's 4 people on this team. You'll see them up there. 2 pastors, Rob Penley and Chad Turner, and then Dr. John Miller and Byron Johns. And they have been huge in making this a seamless time in this transition. So I'm grateful, Rob, thank you. If you see these guys, please reach out and thank them. They've done a lot of heavy lifting, and I'll talk about some of that coming up. But super grateful for them. We also, as a session, decided that it's a great season to stop, to pray, to trust in God. So we call you guys to the same thing. Please be in prayer, both about your spiritual health and your walk. Also, lift up the church, lift up these people who are doing extra labors in the midst of this transition. And we just ask you to hold up the staff and everyone else in prayer. Please do that. Another thing that we considered was wise is to stop and do some work on the infrastructure of the church before jumping into a lead pastor search. So we are in the midst of that as well. In conjunction with a consultant, we are working on mission, core values, strategic plan going forward, which on September 15th will be rolled out. That's our church's 30th anniversary Sunday. So we're going to talk about the last 30 years, and we're going to talk about what the next 30 years is going to look like for our church. We're super excited about that. So just know that work is going on actively with the session, with the staff, with the senior leadership team. It's an amazing season to just kind of look at the health of the church. When, Jesus is leading this church. So whether we have a lead pastor standing up here or not, we know who's leading this church. And we have faith in God. And he has been gracious and good to our church during this transition. So we are so grateful. About the lead pastor search, we, again, have not taken any substantive action because we're building this infrastructure out right now. But we have asked the senior leadership team to begin talks with companies, search companies. So that started. I think we'll probably talk further about that in the next 1 or 2 session meetings, and those are monthly meetings for those of you who don't know. But not in a big rush, got a lot of great things going on. We feel like that infrastructure would be outstanding to have in place for a lead pastor versus not having that in place when we go to interview and hire. So we are very excited to be in prayer about that, be in prayer about this gentleman who will come and lead our church even now before we even start searching. We kind of want to I've said it a couple times, but our staff has been outstanding. They've done extra labor, extra work. This is the busy season for them, this coming out of summer. And I just want to lift them up. I'll be praying for them here in a minute, but also want to identify the ministry leaders in our church. And here they are. If you don't know them, Heather Bergeron is children's ministry director, Debbie Graves is women's ministry director, and Chris Holland is youth ministry directors. And I just want to recognize them this morning. This is their busy season. They're going 110 miles an hour. Please show them gratitude if you see them. They're working very hard. Their teams have worked extra hard at the end of the summer, but also through this transition. So we are so grateful to have the three of them on our team. They've done a tremendous job. So with that heart of gratitude and talking about God's goodness, let's pray about that.